When I started Overwatch, I placed in 1250, which is bronze. Through trial and error, I learned how to play the game better and found myself with a peak SR of 4200. Number 1. What is your mouse sensitivity? Every player I talk to thinks that they play at a low sensitivity, but is it really? I developed a test to see if you are in line with most of the pros. Take your mouse and put it as far left as you're going to use it in an actual game. Move your mouse all the way to the right. I have found that most players will do something from 180 degrees to 360 degree turn on their character during this test. You want a slower sensitivity because when you aim, you want to use your arm, which is a stronger muscle, rather than your fingers and wrists. Also, it is easier for your brain to comprehend slower movement of your mouse and to click reactively. Number 2. Get a big mouse pad and a gaming mouse. My mouse is a Logitech G502, and I use the side buttons for crouching and melee, which are the things that I use at a moment's notice. Number 3. Get yourself a 144Hz monitor. From what I understand, the Hertz converts into frames, so you can run 144 frames per second accurately on that monitor in-game. More frames means that you will see more information at a fraction of a second, which can make a difference in your reaction time. Impact the game. Doing your job is the bare minimum that is expected to you as a player. The DPS are expected to do damage, the healers are expected to heal, the tanks are expected to tank. But what else are you doing? As DPS, the answer is the most simple. Gold damage is not sufficient, but securing your kills is what you want. Killing 90% of a tank is not going to win the game. It's actually going to give the enemy healers their ultimate. For tanks, every tank in Overwatch is capable of killing. They are only supposed to kill about half as many people as the DPS are supposed to do, but they are still capable of doing it. An example of an impactful Ryan would be to block as many shatters as you can and shatter as many of the enemy as you can every time. It has to be consistent greatness because Overwatch is not a game where one shatter will hold the game. As a healer, it is the most difficult to impact the game greatly, but every healer is capable of it. Ana is the most impactful at the moment because she can stop the enemy's heals with her bio grenade, she can kill enemies, she can stop enemies with her sleep, and turn a player into an extremely hard to kill target with her nano. To go over some of the other healers quickly, Mercy can res and damage boost, Zen can kill targets and discord focus, Lucio can speed boost his team into fights and overwhelm them while killing targets himself. You do not want to be in the position where someone could kill you. Use walls and objects around the map to cover the side of you that the enemy is on. Even tanks should avoid damage if possible with their shields. If their shield is broken, you should be near a corner of a building to hide directly after. Unless you are winning the fight, you should always be near a corner of a building or object to line of sight the enemy. What if the diva throws a bomb in the air? You need to find cover on your own in about 2 seconds. Standing in the middle of any field is usually a bad spot. Press W. A lot of pros joke about this, but it's something that I see a lack of in the lower ranks. A lot of the lower ranked teams stay at the choke and just hope that someone dies while they stand there. It is largely the main tank's job to do this, but you can communicate to your tank to move forward. If your tank moves forward and they start focusing him, this is called making space. The DPS need time to do their job, and when the tank is taking attention, they can get their job done. It is much harder for the DPS to kill from across the map because they are aiming at smaller targets and a lot of heroes have reduced damage on heroes from a distance. Plus there is probably a giant shield protecting the enemy. If your aim is still not good, use less aim dependent heroes. Overwatch is a rare game where you don't need to have perfect aim to win at an FPS. Use forgiving aim heroes like Winston, Reinhardt, Mercy, or Moira. If your win ratio on aim-dependent heroes is under 50%, I would not recommend using them. My personal aim at bronze was the worst that I have seen. I couldn't kill anyone. Through 1 or 2 years of practice and the above changes, I can now DPS up to high diamond. Generally speaking, I noticed that having less than 10 final blows per 10 as DPS means that you are not killing the enemy fast enough. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know if I missed anything or that you feel that something needs clarification, and I will do my best to comment back.